Hey guys, welcome to Atlanta. This is race number 4. If you want to jump into the main race, look in the comments at the timestamps and you can just go right to that race. If you want to watch the qualifying race, you can. It's going to be a very fun-filled race, I believe. We've got a lot of cars in this field. 2 more entries since last week at Las Vegas. Let's look at them. We have the number 50 of Cody Rhodes and the number 91 of Logan Gentry. These are all the cars that are racing. Now, last week at last week at Las Vegas, the top 10 from the qualifying race, they advanced to the main race. Well, today it's going to be a little different. I'm pulling my number 60 car out of the main race. So instead of the top 10 in this race, it's now the top 11. So we're going to have 4 cars that do go home. They won't make the race. You will get provisional points if you don't make the race. So don't worry, it's not too bad. But 4 cars are going to be going home. 5 cars technically. I'm not letting my number 60 car in the main race. Originally I just had him as a field filler, so we now have a lot of cars, so why not just pull him out of the race and let everyone else race. If you guys, let me see the first lap here, qualifying being done. If you guys are wondering what's going to come next after this offline series, there's probably going to be a lot more stuff, a lot more offline series. I've got some pretty cool things planned, so keep checking back, keep watching these races, and hopefully by that point, at the end of this season, there's going to be multiple leagues that you can sign up for and have some fun. So right now, it looks like Darwish Jr., the number 66, is out front. Oh, you see some of the positions changing a little bit. We've about 1 more minute left in qualifying, and we will begin the qualifying race. 15 cars in this race. I think this is going to be a rather exciting event. I've been talking about this race for the last few weeks, and I personally cannot wait to get started. I think it's going to be an amazing race. So we wait. This is the official qualifying order, I believe. I don't think anybody else has to make a another lap. But we gotta wait until this timer down here goes down to 0, or else it's gonna jumble everybody up randomly. And I don't know why that does that, but it does. See, lap times are pretty close, so it is gonna be very interesting. Will we see a wreck? We've seen a lot of exciting races so far this year. We've seen some pretty exciting, an exciting qualifying race at Las Vegas. So here we go. The time is running out, and we are going to begin in 3 more seconds. Alright, I am going to accelerate this time just a little bit.
Drivers,
here we go.
to your cars.
Alright, so in first, we've got the 66 of Darwish Jr. Let me actually change this. There we go. So first, we've got the 66 Darwish Jr. In second, we've got that 4 of Gary Harmon. Third, we've got the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Fourth, we've got Sheila Harmon, the number 33. Fifth, Tim Hoffman. He had a bad race last week at Las Vegas. He's hoping to qualify into the main race and make that, get some points. We've got the 27 of Benjamin Wallace, the 50 of Cody Rhodes in that purple and yellow car. He's making his first start. The number 09, Evan McCollum, missed the race last week. The 97, Gavin Jones, was involved in a crash last week, so he lost a lot of points, fell below top 32. We've got the 20, Yel Carrillo. He missed the race last week. Number 37, Cesar Ramirez. I believe he missed the race as well. 29, Jacob Britt, still below the top 32. He's looking to have a good finish. He didn't really do that great last week. We've got the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne right beside him, the number 91 of Logan Gentry, making his first start, and the number 30 of Ron Jackson. Field slowly creeping down the back stretch, getting ready for the start of this race. Darwish Jr. is the pole sitter. This racing, I love the racing at this track here at Atlanta. I keep wanting to call it Las Vegas. I'm getting my tracks all confused. But you see the surface is kind of a little looking like rough and such. I went ahead, and this is actually part of one of my projects I'm doing with this game. Went ahead and resurfaced the track and also made some different lines, and we're going to see some great racing here. Number 66, Darwish Jr. leads them down to the green flag. 17 laps in this qualifying race. The race is underway. Look at Jacob Britt already 3 wide in the back there. And that bottom line got a really good jump. Bottom 4 cars were able to get down low. Look at the 40 now. Tim Hoffman trying to get the lead from Darwish Jr. So coming out of turn number 4. They're still side by side. Looks like Tim Hoffman might lead this lap. I don't think it might have been Darwish Jr. No, it was Tim Hoffman. They barely led that lap. I see 3 wide for second. Look at Gavin Jones at number 97. He wants some redemption. He's trying to get to the front. See at number 1, Logan Gentry. He's a little off the pace right now. I don't know if maybe he got a bad start or what had happened there. Look at the 50 Cody Rhodes though. In his first start, he's going to pull ahead from the middle line and get the lead briefly. I think Logan might be seeing how they're racing up here, and I don't think he wants to be a part of this yet. Yeah, he's fallen. He's way off the pace right now. He's a second and a half, just about off of the pace. Cesar Ramirez, that 37 car, he's the leader. Now look at Gavin Jones trying to take the lead from the top lane. We're going to see a lot of cool racing this week, I think. 50 Cody Rhodes trying to hold on the outside, but doesn't look like that outside line is too fast yet. Don't know if it's going to come in later today or how that's going to play out. Yo, Carrillo, that number 20, he wants to make the race this week. He missed it last week. He almost made it in, too, at Las Vegas, but a last lap pass put him to the back of the, well, not to the back of the field, but put him outside of the top 10 in that qualifying race. And now, yo, Carrillo is to the lead. Darwish has fallen back to 10th place. This race is a little different than I thought it would be. I thought we were going to have a lot of 3-wide racing at this point, but does not look like it. A lot of cars are kind of off the pace. You see top 11, the number 33, Sheila Harmon. She's in the transfer spot, the final one. She's got Evan McCollum right behind her. He's trying to get to the front. Gary Harmon fell off the pace a little bit. I don't know what's going on with his car. Tim Hoffman's off the pace. That 30 of Ron Jackson is the leader right now. 66 Darwish Jr. He has came back to the front, trying to get a good finish here. But number 29 Jacob Britt, he's up to the front, still battling for the lead. Let's look at the transfer spot right now. Right now, it looks like Sheila and, oh, I think Tim Hoffman might be in the transfer spot, or he might be out of the transfer spot. Evan McCollum up to 10th, Sheila up to 11th, well, back to 11th, Tim back to 12th. Gary Harmon's going to get passed now. Some interesting racing going on back here. I don't know what happened to these guys. It looks like they just are really slow, and it doesn't look like they're able to really do anything right now. But Gary's going to fall back from 9th to at least 11th. He's trying to come back past Sheila Harmon. Right now, that 40 car, Tim Hoffman, he is the first car out of the main race. Jeremiah Dwayne is also out, same with Benjamin Wallace and Logan Gentry. Still, we've got a battle up here for the lead. Whoa! 29 Jacob Britt almost into Darwish Jr. We haven't seen a caution yet, but we still, there might be a crash or something with these top few cars. See, a lot of cars now are off the pace. Not really off the pace, but they've fallen off of the main pack here. I thought it was going to be more of a super speedway race. Doesn't look like it is yet. I don't know if these guys are just trying to hold their own for now and try to keep their cars clean. See, Evan McCollum now, he is the final car in a transfer position. If anything were to happen to one of these front runners, if Tim Hoffman could get to the front here, then that could change things drastically. We're going to go back to the front, though. You see the 50, Cody Rhodes, is the leader. Here comes Yale Carrillo on the outside, Darvish Jr., the number 66. Three-car battle for the lead right now. I don't know what happened to Logan Gentry. He is almost 8 seconds off of the lead. While these cars are kind of hanging out up front, we're going to look back here. Ron Jackson, Evan McCollum. Evan McCollum has really made his way to the front. He was in 13th position, 12th position earlier, and now here he is to the front almost. He's in the top 5, I believe, now. They're still battling back here. You see Gary Harmon now. He is in the final transfer position. Jeremiah Dwayne got past Tim Hoffman. I think these guys are going to catch Gary. They do have a little bit of a draft going on. Benjamin Wallace and Logan Gentry, they are out of the lead pack, out of the lead draft. Here's the top 3, Yale Carrillo, Darvish Jr., and 50, Cody Rhodes. But you see back here behind Tyrell, there's a big battle going on. Sheila's made her way up to the front. Same with Evan. They're going to catch that 41 car now. So a small little race going on right here. Look at Gavin Jones. He just blows by Tyrell and by Cody Rhodes. Gavin Jones up to 3rd place. He wants some redemption after last week at Vegas. So Jacob Britt now, he is by himself. Same with Ron Jackson. They're 8th and 9th place. 10th is Cesar Ramirez. 11th, Gary Harmon. Gary is able to hold his own right now, but if that 00 and the 40 would be able to catch him, he would probably be out of the transfer spot. Meanwhile, Gavin Jones to the front of this race. Now Darvish Jr. is getting ready to get past. I don't think anything's going to happen near the back of the field. It's pretty much single file. But for the lead, Gavin Jones, Evan McCollum now is 2nd. Here comes Sheila Harmon. We've got 2 more laps to go. They're battling pretty hard up here. You see Evan McCollum just pass Gavin really fast. Evan now is out front. Evan did not make the race last week. Gavin Jones was in jeopardy of not making the race this week. Darvish Jr. did not make the race, and neither did Yale Carrillo. Those 3 cars are up here in the top 7. See, white flag now. Evan McCollum gets the white flag. 1 more lap to go. We've got 7 cars up here that could possibly win this race. Look at the 41 Tyrell Resner getting past the 09. Evan McCollum. It's like that inside line in turn number 1 and 2. I don't know what's going on there, but everybody's just been able to get a huge run off the turn. Looks like Tyrell is going to win this race. Tyrell Resner is the winner. Look back here, you have Gary Harmon gets the final transfer position. Another couple laps, and I think Jeremiah Dwayne and Tim Hoffman probably could have caught him. Very interesting race. So your top 11 cars will make the main race. Jeremiah Dwayne, Tim Hoffman, Benjamin Wallace, and Logan Gentry, they will all get provisional points. So they do at least get points. Don't worry, you won't fall too far back in the points. You will get some provisional points, and anything can happen in Atlanta. So just hold your breath and hope that some of the other cars, if you're one of the 4 cars that did not make the race, hope that somebody else in the top 32 in points has a really bad day, and you might not lose many points. So Tyrell Resner is the leader of the qualifying race. Yale Carrillo 2nd. 3rd, Cody Rhodes. 4th, Darvish Jr. 5th, Evan McCollum. 6th, Gavin Jones. 7th, Sheila Harmon. 8th, Ron Jackson. 9th, Jacob Britt. 10th, Cesar Ramirez. 11th, Gary Harmon. They all qualified to the main race. 12th, Jeremiah Dwayne. 13th, Tim Hoffman. 14th, Benjamin Wallace. 15th, Logan Gentry. See Cesar Ramirez making the race. He definitely needed that in his points season. Same with Jacob Britt. He has made all the races, as has Gavin and Tim. But those three cars are back here in these qualifying races. See Evan McCollum, Darvish Jr., and Yo Carrillo missed the race last week, and they're all three in the race this week, so great turn for them. Cody Rhodes, first event that he's done, and he is in the main race. So we will see you guys in a few moments for the full race. I believe it's 80 or 90 or something laps. So get ready for racing here at Atlanta. Welcome back here, everybody, to Atlanta. We are getting ready for the start of the main race. Race number 4 here today. We just saw the 41 of Tyrell Resner win his qualifying race. I think it's going to be a little bit different race. We have 42 cars in this race, so could be a lot different. 82 laps is the distance. We just got to wait for about 2 to 3 minutes until qualifying is over, and we can start this race. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for the first 2 laps of qualifying to get underway and finish, we saw last week Tina Livingston and Brew Zero out first and second in the points after Vegas. They took the lead away from the number 25 Felix Boucher and Josh Hardiman in the number 88. Felix and Josh, they fell from first and second down to 9th and 10th. Now we have 15 cars within 100 points of the leader, of the points leader. Tina Livingston comes into this race as the points leader over a 3-point lead over Brew Zero in second. And then it goes to 20 points back for Logan York, the number 74. And you see there, the first time by Logan York, 5th place. Clint Spillman at number 8, he is hoping he gets a good qualifying run and a good finish. He needs a good finish after last week at Vegas. He does not want to be caught in the qualifying race next week, but if he does not have a good race, that probably will be the case. See the 25 Felix Boucher all the way in last for now. I don't know if that's going to change. The number 17 of Livingston is 38th. So the points leader, 38th position. Brew Zero, the number 9, he starts 14th. I don't think it's going to change. I think this is the final positions on the track. See, it's about a half a second from first to last. So this race, I thought it was going to be a lot closer in qualifying and the actual race, but it might not be as close as I thought it was going to be. So waiting for the final 25 seconds left in this qualifying session before we can begin the race. Two new drivers in the series. One did qualify, the other one did not. The number 91 of Logan Gentry did not qualify. The number 50 of Cody Rhodes, he qualified. Where did he qualify? He qualified 39th, but he is in the show, so he will get some points. Here we go. We're getting ready for the race. Jacob Johnson at number 90 got the pole position.
Drivers, to your cars.
So let's look here. We have Jacob Johnson at number 90. He's in that dark blue car. Clint Spillman second. We've got third Kagan Polshiner. Fourth is the 15 of Hunter Blade. We've got fifth at number 14 Sarah Rocha. Sixth is the 5 of Damon Singletary. We have the 74 of Logan York. The 29 of Jacob Britt. The 09 Evan McCollum. The 37 Cesar Ramirez. The 33 Sheila Harmon. The 17 Alexander Jones. The 04 of John Book, the 9 of Brew Zero. We have the 38 of Sean Howell, the 48 of Ryan Benjamin, the 45 of Tim Zimmer, the 1 of Aiden O'File, the 2 of Tim Brannigan, 32 of Brett Taylor, the 88 of Josh Hardiman, the 6 of Simon Zernato. We've got the 12 of Samet Oskin, the 41 Tyrell Resner, the 97 Gavin Jones, the 0 of Alex Bruno, the 21 Robbie Bannister, 81 Skylar Rocha, the 66 of Darvish Jr., the 24 of Pablo West, the 16 CJ Williams, the 11 of Randon Pickett, the 80 of Stephen Pollard III, the 30 of Ron Jackson, the 20 of Yale Carrillo, the 4 of Gary Harmon, the 42 of Hugo Jimenez, the 7 of Tina Livingston, the 50 of Cody Rhodes. Him and Sarah both have the same exact car, except a different number. The 99 Axel Zero, 43 Dawson Montenegro, and last but not least is the 25 Felix Boucher. Getting ready for this race. Simulate this a little bit so we can get to the start. Couple cars, that 29 Jacob Britt, he needs a good finish today. The 8 of Clint Spillman. Hold on one sec. Oh, okay. The 8 of Clint Spillman, he needs a good finish. Had a really bad finish last week at Vegas, and he is on the verge of being outside of the top 32 in points, which means he would have to qualify his race, or his way in. One of the notable drivers, Tim Hoffman, did not make the race. He, I think, finished, what was that, 1 or 2 positions back from the qualifying, or from the 11th place position. So 82 laps here at Atlanta. Jacob Johnson at number 90, he is the pole sitter. Cars on the back stretch, 42 cars in this race. Like we said before, we will be having qualifying races from here on out till the end of the season. If we have, I think we have 20 or 21 more people that could possibly join. If that happens, then I don't know. We're probably going to have to split the whole field into 2 different races and then just give them points based on where they finish in each race. It still would be about 30 cars in each race if that happened. So the pace car is down in the pit road. Jacob Johnson at number 90 is the pole setter. He is going to lead the field to the green flag. And the green flag is in the air. Jacob gets a great start. Looks like Damien Singletary at number 5. He got a pretty good start as well. Jacob flew out of that restart. And Clint Spillman now is in second. He cleared Clint. We already see some 3-wide racing happening here. Oops. There we go. I like using this view a lot. Look at Kagan Polshiner now trying to take second place and possibly even first place away from the number 90. John Book is on the bottom as well and at number 04. A lot of cars racing 3 wide further back in the field. This could be a very crazy race. I didn't think the qualifying race was going to be not really as dull as it was. It was a pretty good race, but yeah, that race kind of went single file near the end, and it was kind of weird. Look at John Book making some moves. Kagan Polshiner trying to take the lead from that number 90. Jacob Johnson has led the first 2 laps. Now he is on lap number 3 here at Atlanta. 74 Logan York stuck in the middle of 3 wide. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Same with Evan McCollum, the 14 Sarah Rocha. 18 Kagan Polshiner is kind of keeping the middle and the bottom line at bay. Right now, Jacob Johnson, he is making that high line work. I don't know if maybe the high line has come in now since the qualifying race or what, but Jacob Johnson has led every lap so far. He is running up top. John Book trying to make some positions. It's weird. I don't know if maybe there just wasn't enough cars or what for that qualifying race, but we see Jacob Johnson holding his own right now. See Felix Boucher, Dawson Montenegro have fallen from the front of the field or from the main pack. They're battling each other. Meanwhile, Jacob Book does get the lead at Atlanta. Here comes the 38 Sean Howe. He needs a pretty good finish too. We're saying about some drivers that need good finishes, but he is one that would like to have a good finish, a top 5 or a top 10. See the 33 Sheila Harmon. She needs a good finish. She was, I think, at 42nd in the points after last week at Vegas. Didn't finish too well, but she did miss the first few races, and that's the case for a lot of drivers now. A lot of drivers have missed a few races and basically just trying to get points. We've got 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide, 3 rows deep, and many more positions behind them are 3 wide as well. 3 wide down the back stretch. This racing is getting really wild already. Lap number 6. They're racing really close. You see the entire field there. That is every single car involved with this race. John Book is still out front now. Or still, yeah, he's still out front. See Sean Howe trying to get a run on the bottom line. He's got Sheila Harmon and Blake behind him. Sarah Rocha on the middle lane. She's got Hunter Blade behind her. Clint Spillman, Tim Brannigan's made his way up to the front. He is right beside that 8 of Clint Spillman and Tim Brannigan, right beside each other. Samet Oskin behind them too. Damon Singletary right behind Samet. 38, Sean Howe did get the lead, but my gosh, they are still racing 3 wide for this lead. Cars, they are roaring down into turn number 3. Sheila Harmon now trying to get on the bottom. I guess the, I don't know, the outside line, that is really weird. We saw in the first race, the bottom line was the preferred way to go, and that's where just about all the passes were made, and right now the bottom is not really moving that well. See, John Book must have gotten a bad turn because now Sean Howe is out in the lead. He has cleared the number 04. Now the 3 wide for second. Here comes Logan York underneath Sheila trying to get that position. Instead, he is going to push her through the turn and possibly to the lead. Outside line looking really good right now. I think that's where you want. I think that's where you want to be if you're in the front of this field. You want to be on the outside line. Still 3 wide for first. Sean Howe did lead that lap. Now here comes Sarah Rocha now to the lead. Now Sheila Harmon on the bottom of her. She's going to try to take the lead as well. Some 3 wide further back in the pack here. Sarah Rocha will lead this race. Surprised we haven't seen any crashes yet. It's been a pretty good race, pretty eventful, and a lot of passing and a lot of racing going on. Have not seen any crashes yet, so see the 33 trying to get past the 14. Now here comes the 74 Logan York on the bottom. He's going to try and take the lead, but he doesn't have enough help yet. 33 Sheila Harmon was credited with that lap. Oh no, she wasn't. It was Sarah Rocha. Thought the 33 was. The game said that she was the leader for a moment, but that is not the case. See a lot of cars behind these first 7 or 8 cars are now double file. Still 3 wide for the lead. Great racing up front. I think these cars they can only go so long with while racing this way. And let's look in the back. Felix Boucher, Dawson Montenegro, Hugo Jimenez, Axel Zero, Pablo West have all pretty much fallen off of the lead pack here. Might be an okay thing if we can get an early caution, but if we don't get an early caution, those cars will be in trouble and possibly go 1 lap down. Jacob Johnson still holding his own. He's up in 5th place after getting the pole position. Here comes the 74 Logan York again, trying to get the lead back from, well, trying to get the lead. John Book has fallen back. He's almost outside of the top 10 now. John Book led some laps early on here. Clint Spillman, oh, he was in 11th. I don't know where he went. Clint Spillman is somewhere. Oh, there he is. He is in 12th. 11th place, you see Damon Singletary, number 5. If you look on the top left, you can see the standings as they run. If your driver is a little further back in the field, you'll be able to see where they're at. Now, it does not change throughout the lap, but it will change when these cars get or go across the start-finish line. Look at that 45 Tim Zimmer. Where did he come from? He is trying to take the lead now. See, Tina Livingston, that number 7, she's in 30th position. She was coming into this race. Same with Bruce Zero. He was 2nd. He's in 24th. Right now, they're losing valuable points. So Simon Zarnato, he was up. He gained a lot of points after last week's win at Las Vegas, but he is back in 32nd. Gary Harmon was 35th, and a lot of these cars from about 37th or so back have lost the main draft, so they're trying to race with each other, trying to get some drafting help and maybe get back to the front. It's weird, this is kind of like a super speedway race, even though this is a speedway track. That 14 Sarah Rocha has been out front for the last handful of laps. There's 3 wide behind her. Really nowhere to go right now for anybody. Look at the 5 Damon Singletary trying to get to the front. He was outside in the top 10 a few laps ago. 45 of Tim Zimmer trying to make a move on the 14 of Sarah. Still 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide, 4 rows back, actually. The top 12 cars are 3 wide. Damon Singletary trying to get to the lead. They're really close racing right there. I don't know who got that lead. I think it was saying Tim Zimmer. Tim was the leader that time by. See, some cars further back have lost this main pack. See a lot of stragglers in the very far back of this field. Now 45 Tim Zimmer up top. He is leading this race. Damien Singletary trying to make a move on the bottom. He's still second place. Here comes the 15 of Hunter Blade. 2 of Tim Brannigan kind of stuck. That whole outside line behind Tim, they're stuck. They can't really do anything right now. It's been green flag since the start of this race. No cars out of the race yet. I don't know. We might be able to go green flag. I mean, these guys are really racing really good up here. A lot of good racing. Whoa, you see Brett Taylor just got into the 15 of Hunter Blade. Almost a crash at the front of the field. The 5 Damien Singletary now is the race leader. If that would have started a crash up here, that would have been huge. That would have probably taken a lot of cars out. These cars are racing upwards of 205 miles an hour into the turn. See, they are racing really close to each other now. Close racing up front. That 32 Brett Taylor has been very controversial this year. He's always making this racing exciting. Damien Singletary out front. Tim Zimmer, that 45, trying to hang on. We're not seeing the bottom line as dominant as we did in the qualifying race. Guess that's a good thing. I think these cars are, I don't know, I guess they're trying to ramp it up a little more, and they don't really, I don't know, I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't know why we're seeing the racing the way it is right now. We didn't see that in the qualifying race. So, a couple cars up front now. About 7 cars, it looks like in this main pack. I think some cars are kind of falling back a little bit and maybe letting off the gas just a little bit more than what they probably could be, just because they don't want to be in a wreck. That was a really close moment off turn number 4 about 4 or 5 laps ago with that 32 Brett Taylor. 32 is in the lead. He just led that lap. Here comes Jacob Britt now for 4th, trying to get 4th place away. He started pretty far back. He needs a good finish and a good run today. Remember, you lead a lap, you get 5 points. You lead the most laps, you get 5 more points towards your race total, and that could really help you out in the championship. A lot of cars have led laps today. See Brett Taylor still out front here. But further back, we see some more 3-wide racing back here. There's the whole field yet again. Oh, Gavin and Kagan almost into each other. Great race here at Atlanta so far. This is really fun to watch, really fun to commentate. Hopefully you guys are having fun watching this race. See all those cars just spread out, coming out of turn number 4. Brett Taylor still the leader here at Atlanta. Looks like some of the 3-wide racing is going to start back up again near the front of this field. Clint Spillman, Gavin Jones, they're both having great days. They need to have a good finish. It's good to have a great day, but you need to have a good finish to top it off. Especially that number 97, he is outside of the top 32 in points, so he has to qualify his way into the race. Same with that 29, Jacob Britt. The 8 of Clint Spillman is pretty close to that cutoff. Entering this race, he was like, I think 10 or 20 points ahead of that cutoff, so if he has a bad day, then that could be catastrophic for his season. We saw, as we all know, if you're in the qualifying race, there's a huge chance that you will miss a race. If you miss a race, that's going to really hurt you in the points. We saw last week at Las Vegas, Pablo West almost was in that predicament that Clint Spillman's in. He had a great finish, and he is a little further ahead now of that top 32 in points, but anything can happen here in Atlanta. A bad day would really hurt you. The 14 Sarah Rocha back out front here in Atlanta. She has a great car. We're already on lap number 29 out of 82. This race is flying by. Now we're talking about Clint and Jacob. They're trying to get to the front. Look at the number 90, Jacob Johnson. He was the pole sitter. He is still up front. He's having a great day. Now 3 wide for the lead. Sarah Roach on the outside. Jacob Britt in the middle. Clint Spillman on the bottom. I don't think Clint's going to be able to do anything with this yet. 45 Tim Zimmer having a great day. See the 09 Evan McCollum, 33 Sheila Harmon. They're making their way up into this front little pack. Three wide. I don't know how we've made it 30 laps without a caution. I don't know how we've made it this far. The cars have been racing so close to each other. 3 wide almost the entire time, it seems like. I've been so hyped up for this race just to watch it and see what happens. It is a lot of fun calling this race and watching all this stuff happen. Jacob Britt did lead that last lap, by the way. 8 of Clint Spillman now out front. He's going to get a battle from Jacob Johnson on the inside. I think Clint got a little loose off the turn there. He did clear everybody, but now he is back to second. Jacob Johnson back up to the front. Jacob Johnson, 32 laps ago, started this race in first, led the first few laps, and now he is back to first after falling back. 25 Tim Zimmer, Kagan Polshiner, Logan York, and John Book are all in the middle line. Same with Hunter Blade. Tim Zimmer is going to try to get the lead. He is getting a great run off of turn 4. Now Tim Zimmer to the lead. We have had, I think, I don't know how many lead changes, probably 15 or 20 already. We're not even halfway yet here at Atlanta. Everybody on the edge of their seats. Everybody knows that there is a possibility of a wreck. If a wreck happens, it could bring a lot of cars with it. A lot of damaged cars. Look at the 97, Gavin Jones, trying to take the lead. Evan McCollum, he missed the race last week. He's having a great run. 4th place for him. See, just look how close they are, and that 45 gets a nice run off of turn number 2. Still battling so close, side by side. These cars, they are losing grip in their tires. I think that's why we've seen a lot of cars kind of fade away now. You don't see as many cars up near the front as we did at the beginning of this race. You see a lot of cars still in the main picture here, but a lot of cars are probably hoping that they can come down pit road very soon for some tires and get back into this thing. Jacob Johnson, still the leader here at Atlanta. This race, I think, might have the most lead changes, even more than Daytona did. Tim Zimmer now trying to get that outside line to work and try to clear the bottom 2 cars. Oh, there was contact there. Gavin Jones and the number 90 of Jacob Johnson. They just made contact into turn number 3. That would have been huge. Gavin goes from 4th to 1st. That was almost a huge wreck. So we see these cars, as their tires are starting to wear out, we're seeing a lot more cars moving around. They're making some contact with each other. Still don't know how we've made it this long without a caution. Evan McCollum now trying to get the lead from Gavin Jones. See here, 43 Dawson Montenegro is last. He has lost everybody. He does not have anybody really that close to him. So you've seen the top 10 in the top left there. So there's 11th through 20th, and every once in a while I will go down through the field so you can see where your car is or where anybody else is. Number 9, Bruce Zero, back to 30th. Number 7 of Team Livingston up to 22nd. Remember, she was the points leader coming into this race, so she is with this main pack. She's doing pretty good right now. 25, Felix Boucher, still really far back. 38 cars are within 7 seconds of each other, but then the next 4 positions are really far away from the front. A few cars. Pablo West is back there as well with Hugo Jimenez. But those 3 cars are racing with each other, so they're kind of in the draft with each other. They might be able to make their way back to the front. Look at this! Logan York almost made a 4 wide. Evan McCollum now to the lead. Gavin Jones led that last lap. Sarah Rocha back up to the front. Now we have 3 wide again. 2 more laps and we're halfway here at Atlanta. The first half of this race has been really exciting. No cautions, no crashes or anything. No cars out of the race yet. We have seen a few almost crashes. That's what I'm going to call them. Look at the Ford, Gary Harmon. We haven't talked about him yet. He is up near the front. Tyrell Resner, that number 41, he is the last car in this main pack. There's 25 cars in this pack racing with each other. So much action to call everywhere. It's hard to keep up with everybody. Let's go through the field, but let's do it in reverse as we have a battle for the lead up here again. I think it's going to be Evan McCollum. He will lead the lap. See, last place, there's Dawson Montenegro. There's these 3 cars, Pablo West, Hugo Jimenez, and Felix Boucher. They're all racing with each other. Ron Jackson, he is by himself. Same with Simon Zarnato. 16 of CJ Williams. 81, Skylar Rocha. All those cars are by themselves. You got the 50, Cody Rhodes, Alex Bruno, Aiden O'File, Bruce Zero, Yel Carrillo, Axel Zero, Robbie Bannister, Ryan Benjamin, Rhiannon Pickett, and then there is 25th place of Tyrell Resner. He's battling with Darvish Jr. They're going to probably pass Sheila Harmon right here. She fell off the pace a little bit. Still at the front, though, we have got a lot of 3 wide racing here. Gary Harmon did lead that last lap, and it looks like he is going to continue to lead here at Atlanta. We are halfway through this race, by the way. Still a lot of 2, 3 wide racing. Gary Harmon trying to hold the outside line off. Here comes Jacob Britt now at the bottom. Same with the 32 of Brett Taylor. Josh Hardiman, he has found his way in the top 5. Started pretty far back in the field. Having a great points day today. He's hoping he can gain some points on Tina and Bruce. But Tina is up near the front now. She is, I believe, what? 11th, 12th or 13th position right now. So Brett Taylor trying to take the lead away from the 29 Jacob Britt. I think he's going to do that. Jacob might get a good run off of turn number 4, but does not look like it. Pit stops will be happening soon. It looks like we will have green flag pit stops, so that's going to be very interesting. We have not had that yet this season. That'll be a first. We still have yet to have a caution. Very surprised by that, actually. Ooh, still 3 wide. Jacob Britt is in the lead, but here comes Josh Hardiman and the number 88 trying to take the lead away from Jacob. I think Josh led that lap. Yep, it's saying Jacob Britt led the lap. These cars up here, they've pretty much been the same cars that have been up near the front. They've been able to keep up with the front few cars and not lose the draft. A lot of other cars have lost the draft. Pit stops are going to be interesting. That's going to throw the field in a huge loop and throw everyone all over the place. So we might have a whole different top 10 by the time pit stops are done. Gavin Jones still up near the front. Here comes Jacob Johnson yet again for the lead. Josh Hartman is the race leader right now. Everybody's still running in this race. No cars are out of the race yet. Dawson is 20 seconds back. He is going to be going a lap down here shortly. Let's look at the entire field here, or all the cars that are at least in this front field. There's still a lot of cars back behind these cars 3 wide, but I think they're just kind of hanging on to the field. They're not really pushing the issue right now. We still have a long way to go, about 33 laps to go now, so anything can happen here at Atlanta. You never know what'll happen. We still don't have a caution, but we've had amazing racing today. A lot of different lead changes. I have no idea how many lead changes we had, but this is pretty cool. I'm really enjoying this race. This is awesome to see. Had a few instances where we almost had a crash or two, but everybody keeps going. Waiting to see when the first green flag pit stops will happen. Who is going to lead them down to the pit stops? If you pit first, you usually have a pretty good advantage over everybody. You will have fresh tires. You'll be about a second or two quicker than the rest of the field. So if you're further back in the pack, coming down pit road like right now would really help you out. You could get up near the lead and probably stay there, but nobody's jumping in the road yet. Jacob Johnson, John Book almost made some contact. Entering turn number 1, you see Logan York is out front. Oh, Jacob Johnson and Josh Hardiman into each other, again even into each other. As this race ends, it looks like we're going to have some more aggressive racing back here. Just had to make sure nobody was out of this race and nobody was in pit road. So far, everybody's staying out. Green flag still. See the 04 John Book on the inside. He does not have any drafting help, so he is going to lose those positions he was trying to gain. Sarah Roach now trying to take the lead from Logan York. Tim Zimmer and Jacob Johnson are racing beside each other for third. Now everybody getting single, or everyone getting double file. This could be a sign that we're going to have some green flag pit stops here in the next few laps. Everyone trying to get sorted out, trying to get in position to pit under green. So racing right now still pretty wild up front. Stay in this position, see if anybody comes out pit road. You saw that 43 car, Dawson Montenegro. Just a few more seconds and he will be a lap down. Tina Livingston has made her way up to 11th place after starting really deep in the field. Brett Taylor's fallen back to 12th. Evan McCollum back to 13th. 14th, Tim Brangan. Ryan Benjamin, 30th position, not having a great day. Is Jacob Johnson going to come down pit road? No, he was really low. I thought he was coming down pit road, but he is just trying to make it 3 wide. Sarah Roach out to the lead. Yo Carrillo is in 32nd place right now. 50, Cody Rhodes is in 34th, making his first start. Skylar Rocha has not been able to do anything. He is really far back. This is his worst race he's had. Simon Zarnato, after winning last week, is back in 36th position. See Pablo West after having a great finish. Look at Evan McCollum now. He's coming down pit road. Green flag pit stops are starting now. This is going to throw everything up in the air. Who's going to be the leader after pit stops? We're going to stay in this view for now and see who else elects to come down pit road. Looks like this bottom line, this whole bottom line, looks like they're going to try to pit. And Sarah Roach are going to come down low. She's going to come down pit road as well. We have 6 cars now. A lot of cars back in the field. I think there might have been there's a wreck on the track. Number 12 of Samet Oskin. Samet Oskin got into somebody. I don't know who he got into. No caution, though. we're going to have to go back and look at that. See, the 74 Logan York is still the leader. He is going to come down pit road. Looks like Gavin Jones might be coming down pit road. Yep, so while everyone's going to come down pit road, let's go back and look at the number 12, the Sam Oskin. He just, I don't know what happened, but he got into somebody. Normally I'm trying not to use the mouse or anything, but we have to here, just because I'm trying to do this quick. We're not under caution, so the 12th Sam Oskin gets slowed down. Oh, Sheila Harmon got into him, and that turned him right around. Brandon Pickett almost was involved. So we are under green flag still. I unfortunately cannot throw the caution flag. If I was online, if I had my own server, I'd be able to throw the caution, but I can't do that yet. Felix Boucher is in pit road. See, 74 Logan York coming off pit road. He was the leader, but it looks like it's going to be Evan McCollum trying to battle for the lead with Sarah Rocha. That 43 Dawson Montenegro, he is almost a lap down. Well, he is a lap down, but he is going to get his lap back. Oh, that's actually the 15 of Hunter Blade. I don't know who the leader is right now. We're going to have to wait till everything cycles back around. I think it's Hunter Blade, is it? Yeah. Hunter Blade is the leader here at Atlanta. Sarah Rocha is second. John Book third. Fourth, Stephen Pollard. Fifth is Logan York. Sixth, Gary Harmon. He has a huge run. Gavin Jones, Tim Zimmer, Tina Livingston, and then everybody back here. So these cars are probably going to catch the first two cars here. Nobody out of the race yet. Dawson is almost a lap down. He is right in front of the 15 of Hunter Blade. I didn't see Hunter get the... I wasn't going to think he was going to be the leader, but he is, so very interesting, very cool for him. While these guys are catching Dawson, let's go back. And Skylar Rocha fell back a lot in pit road. Hugo Jimenez, that 42 car. Simon Zarnato, Evan McCollum. He came down pit road first, and he is back in 38th position. You see Pablo West in 37th. Ron Jackson, Felix Boucher, Sam at Oskin fell back a lot after having that crash on pit road happen. He's in 34th. CJ Williams right here. There's Cody Rhodes, Bruce Zero. Ada No File, Sheila Harmon battling each other. Sheila fell back from that crash in pit road. Clint Spillman has fallen back a lot. He is back to 28. There's Alex Bruno and Yel Carrillo, Ryan Benjamin, Darvish Jr., Sean Howe. Brett Taylor fell back, the 99 of Axel Zero. Up here we've got a pretty cool battle going on with some of these cars. There's Robbie Bannister, Cesar Ramirez, Jacob Johnson, the pole sitter, Tina Livingston. A few more cars here, and looks like we have a battle for the lead. Sarah Roach trying to take the lead away from Hunter Blade. They're still trying to put that 43 car a lap down, but he might go a lap down here. We're still caution free in this race. If we get a late race caution, how is that going to shake things up? Back here, Gary Harmon, Gavin Jones, Logan York, Tim Zimmer, Tim Brannigan, and Tina Livingston are all battling with each other. We've got less than 20 laps to go. Good points day for that number 7 of Tina Livingston. She is in 10th place. Further back, it looks like we have more of a battle back here. Ooh, the 5, Damon Singletary. Josh Hardiman almost made some contact and almost wrecked right there. Whoa, Damien goes up and blocks the 32. I don't know if that was a block or if that was a, I didn't appreciate that move that much, and wow. They've caught Robbie Bannister. Robbie Bannister might get past by a few cars here. I don't know if we're going to have a caution here today. Great racing all around, but everyone is just kind of by themselves. They're not really racing like in big groups or anything. Sarah Roach is still the leader. Hunter Blade second, trying to get the lead from Sarah. Looks like Hunter might get the lead here. that high line right now is flying. You see third place John Book, fourth Stephen Pollard. He's had a pretty good season. He's been kind of quiet this season, hasn't won a race, but he is up near the front. Let's see, coming into this race, where was he? Stephen Pollard coming into this race, well, he was 11th, but not too bad for him. He's had a top 5, 2 top 10s. Gavin Jones, Gary Harmon, Tim Brannigan, and Logan York still battling back here with each other. We're going to watch in this view for now. Watch the racing between that 14 and 15. They're battling for the lead. Can anybody else get to the front? Will we have a caution? I'm not sure, but I will be right back in about a minute or two. Hold on 1 second, and we will be back with live commentary. We're back here at Atlanta, 9 more laps to go in this race. See the 14th Sarah Rocha, she is out to almost a second lead. We have not seen that yet today. And here comes Stephen Pollard, the third for second. John Book is also there trying to get second or third away from them. Back here we have a little bit of a race going on. Tina Livingston trying to hold on to 10th place, but here comes Tim Zimmer, Jacob Johnson. Oh, Tina and Tim, they almost wrecked. If we get a caution now or in the next lap or two, we will, I believe, go back to green for another lap or so. Looking back through the field pretty quick. Not too much happening. Big battle for second place going on. Hunter Blade trying to hold on to second. They are catching the 14 Sarah Rocha little by little. So she might not be in a good position right now. Does not have a whole lot of drafting help. She's battling the 43 Dawson Montenegro. Everybody's still in this race. The 43 Dawson is last, and he is trying to get his lap back. I don't think he's going to have enough time really to do anything, though, even if we get a caution. If we get a caution right now, I believe the race would end under yellow. But he is still trying to fight for his lap back. Meanwhile, the 15 of Hunter Blade holding on to second place. Third place, Stephen Pollard trying to get third from John Book. But a very interesting race. Caution free all day today. We have not seen a caution, not in the qualifier race or not in this race. But we did see a lot of good racing. We did see crash on pit road, entering pit road, but that did not throw the caution flag out. It should have, but it didn't. Here comes the 1500 Blade. Can he try and make a move on Sarah Rocha? He has the high line, the preferred line right now. That 43, though, he needs to either move out of the way or something, because these three cars are not able to get to the front. They're not able to make a pass. Looks like Sarah Rocha might be able to lead this thing to the end, possibly. So Simon Zarnato win last week. Can Sarah Rocha win this week? Just about all the other battles on this track have kind of died down. See these three cars back here racing. Simon Zarnato, Skylar Rocha, Hugo Jimenez. They've all three had pretty good seasons, but today they have not been able to do anything. They fell off the leader early. Evan McCollum back here, he was up near the front in the top 10 or 15 all day, but he is really far back. Sam at Oskin, Pablo West, another bad finish for him. See the 30 of Ron Jackson, not that great of a finish. A few cars here battling. Clint Spillman, but yeah, just 2 more laps to go. It looks like this thing is going to go green the rest of the way. And look at this, the 80 of Stephen Pollard trying to battle for the lead now. He wants the lead. He might be able to get the win on the last lap. They did pass Dos Montenegro. Sarah Rocha out front. She will lead the field to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Who is going to get it? Stephen Pollard needs a great run here, but it does not look like he's going to get it. He falls back a little bit. Dos Montenegro now pushing the 14 of Sarah Rocha. Thought the 80 of Stephen Pollard was going to be able to come up and pass the 14, but it does not look like it. So Sarah Rocha will win race number 4 here at Atlanta. Stephen Pollard 2nd, 3rd John Book. Hunter Blade will fall back to 4th. And 5th is Logan York. Very interesting race. I think Tina still might be the points leader. She finished 10th. See back here, that is very surprising. Actually, all of these cars back here. Pablo got up to 35th. So here's your final results. Sarah Rocha 1st, Stephen Pollard 2nd, 3rd John Book, 4th Hunter Blade, 5th Logan York. He might actually have the points leader, be pretty close. Gary Harmon 6th, Tim Brannigan 7th, 8th Gavin Jones. He might be out of the bottom half of the points. He might be in the top 32 with his finish. Tim Zimmer 9th place, another great finish for him. Tina Livingston holds on to 10th. Josh Hardiman 11th, 12th Tyrell Resner won his qualifying race. 13th Damien Singletary, 14th Jacob Britt, 15th Jacob Johnson, the pole sitter. 16th Rhiannon Pickett, 17th Kagan Polshiner, 18th Cesar Ramirez, 19th Robbie Bannister, 20th Brett Taylor, 21st Axel Zero, 22nd Alexander Jones, 23rd Darwish Jr., 24th Sean Howe, 25th an okay day for Yale Carrillo after missing last week, 26th Ryan Benjamin, 27th Aiden O'File, 28th Alex Bruno, 29th place Clint Spillman. Bad finish for him. He might be below the top 32 and might have to qualify his way in next week. Cody Rhodes, 30th position. 31st, Felix Boucher. Another bad finish. He's going to drop in the points. CJ Williams, 32nd. 33rd, Bruce Zero. He is going to lose a lot of points after being only 3 points out of the points lead. Sheila Harmon, 34th. Got some damage on that pit road crash, so she fell back to 34th. 35th, Pablo West. Bad finish for him. He might actually be out of the top 32 as well. 36th is Ron Jackson. 37th, Sam at Oskin. 38th, Evan McCollum. Bad pit stop puts him really far in the back of the field today after having a great run. 39th, Hugo Jimenez. 40th is Simon Zarnato. Won the race last week and a bad finish today. 41st is Skylar Rocha. Horrible finish for him. He's going to lose a lot of points. 42nd is Dawson Montenegro. So hold on for 1 second. We will get the points up after race number 4. I think things are going to be shaken up quite a bit. So we will show you the points. Stand by for just a few more seconds, and we will show you them. Here are your points after race number 4. Sarah Rocha climbs up to first place. She knocks Tina Livingston down to third. Second place, Logan York. He had a pretty good finish. He's had 3 top 10 finishes in 4 races. Has not got the win yet, but with her win, she will finish first. That is Sarah Rocha. So the top 9 cars are within 100 points, but it is a pretty close battle. Real quick, let's look at the bottom half of the field. Do not mind this car here, Simon Zornato. He is up further in the field somewhere, but he is in here twice for some reason. So let's just look at there. There we go. So the top 31 cars are safe. 32nd, 8-0 file Ryan Benjamin falls out of the top 32. Or no, 8-0 file is okay. Ryan Benjamin out of the top 32. Dawson Montenegro, Clint Spillman, Tyrell Resner, Ron Jackson, Tim Hoffman, Cesar Ramirez, Darwish Jr., Evan McCollum, Yo Carrillo, Jeremiah Dwayne, Sheila Harmon, Benjamin Wallace, Cody Rhodes, and Logan Gentry all have to fight next week to get into the main race. You see, this is to the leader. They are between 268 and 558 points out of the lead. Once you can get out of that, out of this predicament into the points, you'll be okay. Pablo West, bad finish today, but he's in 24th. He's only 229 points out. You can gain about 180 points on the leader if the leader has a bad day and you do not. See Gavin Jones up to 26th place with his finish. So he is out of that predicament. Same with Jacob Britt. They will not have to fight their way in. Colton Harmon did not make the race. I did not give myself provisional points either. Oh, wait, did I? Oh, no. I did not give myself provisional points. So I fell back to 28th. I'm not going to be in the race next week either. Just because I want other people to have a chance at getting into the top 32. Gary Harmon almost in the cutoff, or almost out of the cutoff, so he almost has to make his way back into the race. You see Jacob Johnson, 22nd, with his finish today. Brandon Pickett, she's in 18th. Skylar Rocha had a really bad finish. She's fallen back down to 13th position. Felix Boucher has fallen back to 15th. Josh Hardman had a decent day. He is up to 8th place in points now. I think he gained 2 positions since last week. But Hunter Blade, Stephen Pollard III, they both gain a lot of points. They're up near the front. So far, Sarah Rocha, Logan York, Tina Livingston, the top 3. Anything can happen though next week, or not next week, but in a few more days at Darlington. Don't know how that race is going to be. I have never tested there, so I have no idea what it's going to be like. But tune in next week. We will see, or I keep saying next week. Tune in a few more days. We will see what happens. I think it's going to be a pretty good race. It might be a lot of single file and double file racing, but I don't know. Very interesting race today at Atlanta. No cautions. We did have a wreck on pit road. The number 12, the Sam at Oskin, was turned by the 33 of Sheila Harmon. Sam at Oskin is, where is he? He is back to 25th in points now after that. Sheila Harmon fell back to 44th. She had damage, so did Samet from that crash on pit road. Did not bring a caution out for some reason. I have no idea why. But you see, 4 races, 4 different winners. Samet Oskin started off winning at Daytona. Logan York won at Rockingham. Simon Zornato won last week at Las Vegas. And now this week, Sarah Rocha wins. 4 races, 4 winners. Pretty cool. So, we will see you guys in a few more days at Darlington. Hope you enjoyed this race. Catch y'all later.